1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ready?
Yeah.
Ben, if you had to design a day for tow testing, it seems like today on Palmer Bay was like a mill pond for you. It was virtually perfect, wasn't it?
It was perfect conditions for tow testing, hardly any wind and dead flat water, and it's amazing how clear the water is out here as well. I think for me that was probably the biggest thing that stuck out, the clarity of the water, so perfect for tow testing.
Perfect. Now what were your objectives when you went out there today? We know the boat's bristling with sensors. Was it all about data gathering, or are you still checking the boat?
Yeah, a bit of both really. Certainly picking up some data from the sensors and also trying to get a bit of manual flight control and a bit of autopilot control with an eye on getting sailing hopefully next week.
Now, 4 of you on the boat today, yourself, Giles, Luke Parkinson and one more, Lee McMillan. So what was everybody doing on the boat? You and Giles were in the helming stations. What does everybody do on this small boat?
Yeah, so you have two helms and obviously two pilots, 2 trimmers. But you know, depending where you are on the course and what manoeuvre you're doing, pretty much everyone gets involved. Certainly, you know, the helms get involved with different controls on the yacht. So again, the HMI is pretty important, and just trying out some different setups and some different personnel using different HMI at different times. So I think that'll be an interesting feature as we develop with sailing these boats and then getting into the 75.
4 of you on the boat, but I feel like there was probably a lot more people involved in the testing today. Are you live linked back to the Mercedes base in the UK?
Yeah, we are both here in Palmer and also back to Brackley, and that's going to be an important shift for us, I think, trying to get that data back to Brackley and all of our engineers there. They're used to it in Formula One. I mean, we've done a little bit with the Cup, we did it in Bermuda, getting a lot of data back to Portsmouth where we were based then. So yeah, that's working really well for us. That link-up's fine. Today
we saw, I think, double figures, 10 runs, maybe 9 or 10, maybe one more at the end. Top speeds were kind of around 30 on the rib as we were trying to kind of match your speed. Is that what it felt like to you, speed-wise?
Yeah, we were working for a range of different speeds. Actually, probably the most interesting stuff was when we were more on the close to stalling the foil, so you know, around the 15 knot range, something like that. But you know, we're trying lots of different speeds, lots of different setups, as you can imagine, just trying to get the data for the designers, but also from, as I said, from an HMI perspective, how the sailors on board the yacht were able to control the boat through different speeds.
You come away from this day feeling happy? I feel like you've probably gathered more data today than on the previous times the boat's been out towing.
Yeah, it was a good day in terms of data gathering from a tow testing perspective, and now, like I said, we're looking forward to getting in. Yeah, the shift after that now is to get into sailing operations and then start pushing the boat through that, and all the time getting that critical feedback and data for the design team.
The lack of ability to use the towing mast, has that impacted your ability to gather the data, do you think?
Yeah, the only thing that's really impacted is with a towing mast you can get some towing data with just one foil in the water. So that's the one thing we can't do without a towing mast, but we'd rather have a proper mast than a towing mast when it comes to sailing.
That's a very good way of putting it. So out sailing next week, that's the hope?
Yeah, that's what we're working towards now. Guys have been working really, really hard to get the HMI going for that, and get the rig up, sails up, and get the boat ripping around Palmer Bay. That's what we're looking forward to.
Me too, looking forward to it. Thanks, Ben.
Thanks.